Hi folks, I'm Brad Schroeder. I'm the Fleet Director for Dick's Auto Group out here in Hillsboro, Oregon. Thanks for clicking on our link to learn a little bit more about the truck that you see behind us here. If you want to see a little more greater detail, you can visit McKenzieFord.com, and you can search for stock number 219675, or you can just come on out and see the truck live at 4151 Southeast TV Highway in Hillsboro, Oregon. Let's dive a little deeper into the truck itself. So this is a 2019 F-550 Regular Cab. It's a 4x2. It's built with the world-class 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel motor. That engine will deliver about 330 horsepower, 750 foot-pounds of torque, making it a very capable piece of equipment out on the job site. A couple of notable options that I had added to the chassis though, had the 488 rear limited slip, as well as the max or high capacity towing group added to this truck. And with those two things, what you end up with is a truck with a 19,500 GVW, as well as a gross combined weight rating of 40,000 pounds, which just pushes this thing to the next level. As we look at the way that the truck was finished up, it has an 11-foot combo body built by Scelzi, finished onto the back. What basically a combo body is it's almost like a modified service body. So as we look at it, much like a service body does, you have a couple of forward cabinets here, horizontal cabinets built into the front with shelves. These shelves are actually movable, so if you didn't like this location, you can take this shelf, move it up higher, move it down lower, give yourself, different kinds of storage space for different materials. You've got another one built here. Each one of these cabinets is built with a gas shock absorber, so it actually gives you a little bit easier way of opening up and closing the cabinet. You don't have to worry about it slamming up against anything. You've got a horizontal cabinet that goes over the rear door, or the rear tire here. Also has a shelf built in, and then you got this nifty little cabinet that's built into the back here for some smaller items that you may have underneath the bed itself. A couple of things that Scelzi does that I really like. The first one is that they built this with what's called a pop top. So the top here is actually open. And then on the inside, you've got some storage space for some smaller items. You'll see that there's some dividers in there, and basically it allows you to store your nuts, your bolts, your screws, whatever the case may be, and keep them separated. It just gives you a little more organization out on the job site itself, just keeping your guys working a little bit more. The one thing that's really nice about this for our environment, though, is obviously you've got these cabinets that are airtight, watertight. They allow you to keep your tools and your materials out of the elements. You don't have to worry about our rainy days that we have. As well as when you're looking at them, you'll notice that they each have locking points here, so you can actually lock each one of these cabinets. You don't have to worry about somebody that wants your tools more than you do. When you're looking across the top, you'll notice that it has a material rack, and so this is what is referred to as a cab length material rack, and all that means is that the material rack extends up over the cab, basically to the front part of the windshield, and then to the back. You'll notice that in the middle here, you've got a crossbar, and then on the back you have a crossbar. And from the rear, we'll have a better look at it, but you'll see that there's a couple of cotter pins that are built into either side of those crossbars. So those crossbars are actually removable. There's a storage space that's built into the front of the rack, so you take those out, you move them to the front, you store them, they're out of the way. So if you ever have to use, let's say, a forklift to lift things up into the bed of the truck, you don't have to worry about the rack itself being in the way. The one thing that makes a combo body really unique and really cool is the fact that it has this rear deck space right here. And so what you'll see is a couple of drop down gates on the side here, as well as on the back. And I'll open those up. There we go. And this gives you a workable deck space right here. A combo body is a little bit lower of a deck, and so it actually allows for you guys to have a workable space where they can have their chop saws, their drills, whatever they need to have, and have it at a height where they can actually get some work done and not actually have to build a site off the premise where the truck is. It just gets them to work a lot quicker, as well as keeping their tools organized where they're used to them being. When we look across the back, you got a couple of other things. The first one is you've got your step bumper here. It actually gives you the ability to use that to step up in, and then you've got an 18,000 pound class 5 receiver hitch. So this truck has got lots of capacity for you to tow a trailer, as well as all the stuff that you see inside. As we go around to the passenger side, you'll notice that the truck is built identical to it was on the driver's side. So you've got your cabinet that folds down here behind the wheel well, your cabinet above the wheel well, and then your two vertical cabinets built in here. And so really at the end of the day, you've got a mobile job site here that has lots of storage for any materials that you might need, your tools. It's keeping everything safe and out of the elements. If you have any additional questions, feel free to visit us at McKenzieFord.com. Once again, stock number 299675, or just come on out and see it at 4151 Southeast TV Highway. Appreciate your time and look forward to meeting you.